Hey folks, Ryan Kennedy here with livingfit.com, your trusted resource to improving your health, and I'm going to be sharing with you one of my go-to coffee recipes. So listen guys, almost everyone loves coffee. It is the most consumed beverage in the world right after water. I mean, everyone's drinking coffee, and there are some benefits to be had. It's high in antioxidants and these polyphenols, and it's got some benefits to our health. It could ramp up your metabolism, have some neuroprotective properties, but it also has a dark side not a lot of people talk about, because the caffeine, especially when consumed in high amounts, can put a lot of stress on our central nervous system and on our adrenal glands and cause energy disturbances long term. So for that reason, we want to make sure we're not drinking too much coffee and that we're not having it late in the day, because that can really impair your sleep and getting good quality sleep, because you have a half-life of caffeine is about 12 hours. So if you have a cup of coffee at noon, at midnight you still have half the amount of caffeine you consume circulating through your system. So you want to make sure you drink it in the morning and you're not consuming that afternoon cup of coffee. The other problem is people are putting too much sugars and artificial creamers and artificial sweeteners in their coffee and taking this beverage that's not so bad and turning it into a really bad thing for you. A really bad way to start your day by dumping all this sugar in there and then using all these artificial creamers, and it's a whole mess. So that's why I'm sharing with you this recipe that contains healthy fats, so you'll get a sustainable release of caffeine throughout your system. It's got Ceylon cinnamon, which will help keep your blood sugar balanced, and it's got a no sugar added cocoa powder, so it tastes freaking amazing without all of the high glycemic carbohydrates we want to avoid. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so we're gonna get started with some grass-fed butter. Now, I know this may sound weird if you're not used to the idea of butter in your coffee. That's crazy, Ryan. Trust me guys, it's actually a lot better for you than putting any cream or milk in it. Now, if you are really sensitive to any type of dairy proteins, you may want to use grass-fed ghee, which is a more isolated form of the milk fats than butter. But either one is going to be a really good option. It's much more heat stable. Make sure you're sticking to grass-fed so you're getting a high quality source of dairy fat. So we'll put a tablespoon of grass-fed butter. We'll put a half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. Cinnamon is one of my all-time favorite spices. It's got tons of benefits. Check out my other video all about cinnamon to learn more about those benefits. And then I have a Stevita Delight, which is a company that makes this stevia sweetened cocoa powder, where they're using a high quality cocoa and they're sweetening it with stevia instead of sugar, so it doesn't have any effect on your blood glucose levels, and it tastes amazing. I love using it in baked goods and smoothies, and of course this awesome coffee recipe. So we'll put a half a teaspoon in there. And then I have my freshly brewed organic black coffee using a French press, really the Cadillac of coffee makers, and we'll pour that in. All right, then you just blend it up. And there you have it, folks. One of the most delicious, healthy coffee recipes you can have if you're not into black coffee and you want your coffee to have a nice, delicious flavor. Cheers.